Guys, how are we doing? Welcome to the stream. On time today. Eager to catch some pips today. Lovely jubbly, welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to another relentless stream. Let's see what we can catch today. Now that move we were looking for yesterday actually played out this morning, which I'm going to show you. I'm going to see if we can jump on the wave on the way up. We will see. Let me just get some messages in the chat, guys. Right, lovely. Good morning, Paolo. How the devil? Morning, lovely. Right, guys, let's go straight into a top down. I want to catch some pips today because we haven't had anything for ages. Okay, so actually I'll just show you this trade yesterday, what we didn't catch. Okay, this is the move we were looking for. So this is still set up from yesterday. We did have potential wing back buys, which probably would have played, well, they would have played out, but I couldn't take it because remember what I said? Once that forward closed respecting, what did I say the next four is going to end up like? I said the next four is probably going to end up something like this one. Okay. Now, we did end up fairly steeper. We did come and tap these levels, but still, look what happened. They've done nothing. Just consolidated all day. Which, that 4 hour closing respecting already told you that's what it's going to do. So, can you see the reason why there's just no point being on the charts? Because previous candles, you got to act upon what you see. Okay? Not what you think's going to happen. And yeah, so we didn't do much really yesterday. And then when we got that, we wanted buys above here. We got the buys above this morning. Our breakout, pull back, and then you've gone. So I'm just hoping we can jump on the wave because this is the move I was after really. Okay, so but we're gonna do a whole new top-down analysis, see what we can catch. Okay, so monthly again. Bullish, it's still messing about being bullish. It can come up for a steeper top wick if it wants to, but also we do feel that it needs to come down to these levels before closing above here. Can't close above here without coming down to tap these levels first. That's my opinion. So it's a case of, is the monthly going to push up, create a steeper top wick, and then flip to the downside? Is this monthly going to close doji and then the new monthly comes down and taps it? We don't know, do we? Morning, Jordan. Good morning. Good morning, Ella. So the weekly is now flipped, and we know the weekly can come back up to these levels. So we did have this level as a target, didn't we? So we know the weekly can come back up to tap these levels because it's technically back in that range. Now again, taking sellers is a bit tricky because you didn't quite come and tap previous support, but you haven't got much room now to grab. And I'd just be careful taking sellers below this level. So we are looking for buys up to the 2392 area. Whether this weekly is going to do it or not, we don't know. The daily is going to give us a bit more information. Now, the daily has just been a nightmare, absolute nightmare, the daily. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing on the daily. We have got an area here for potential wing-back sells, and I'll explain why. However, taking wing-back sells off a daily with the weekly coming up to push these areas, it's going to be a bit risky, so we might not be able to take them, right? Now, what's happened is the daily did actually break back above these levels, and then you had a fake out back down, and then I said, okay, we need a top wick for this daily can flip. It flipped, came back up, created a top wick, and then we've closed nest play to the upside with no bottom wick. Okay, and this is the move we were looking for yesterday. So there's only one place left to go now, and that's this level. It should be fairly straightforward traffic up to that level at least. Okay, so if that's the case, can we grab from here to here, which is 80 pips? Okay, and if the answer is yes, how do we get in then? We're going to have to wait for a certain time frame to close above. So let's see what's closed above. So we've had a 4-hour close above. Now, what we've had on this 4 is no top wick, and we haven't had much of a bottom wick. So if we can come down and create a bottom wick, then we can just take buys above, because you would have created structure at that point, right? So let's have a look what this 4 hour's done. So this 4 hour, what is this? Did it break above that? So when we get a forward close above this, what happens to price? Let's have a look. So forward close above, you pull back. Forward close above, you pull back. Forward close above, pull back. Not much of a pullback. Forward close above. Close above. So I think I need a pullback. The 4 was not really the cleanest. That's all I've got on the 4. Got no bottom wick on this previous 4. I would need previous support tapping at least, so I would need this getting tapped at least, really, on the 4, but that might not happen. So let's mark that up. So if we can get something like, I'm trying to see, we've came from down these levels, we come back up, we pull back on the new 4, no top wick. So could we be looking at a bearish 4 hour back down? And if that's the case, where are you going to pull back from? If this 4 does flip, 3 no bottom wick, 2 is closed, 1 is closed. It's made it a bit more risky now, because our target's only 2352, right? But you're sort of over 50% of the way. So you're thinking, okay, well, you could get a pullback. You could get a pullback now, and then we look to get in. So it's, at what point is that pullback going to happen from? So let's have a look at, you got an hour close above. So when the hours close above there, what happens? Up, through, up, through, up, and then through. Up, what is this mess here? What's this? Let's see what this is. So it hasn't tapped that area. I need to know what this is. So could we be getting a pullback from 2347? So these ones didn't tap, so what are these? Have we tapped this area? From here, up, tap. We have, okay. See, I need a pullback here, guys, because we've been so bullish. We're very bullish. You've got no bottom wick on here, you've got no bottom wick in here, no bottom wick in here. These are all 1 hour candles. But it's just where the price is going to come through first, and that's going to be the move for the day. It's going to be another day. So I'm just thinking, what if... Because at any point now it can pull back, right? It's in an area where you can pull back, like I showed you. That 1 hour area, you've got an hour where you just break above and then you pull back. Could we take a wing back buy from 2338 then? These ones drive through. What would I want to see here? We got an hour close above this. What have we got an hour close above this? What happens to price once you get an hour close above that? So 1 hour mess about up. 1 hour it tap, 1 hour didn't. That'll be there. 1 hour pull back gone. This one didn't break above. 1 hour pull back gone. 1 hour trickled up. I hate it when it trickles like that. These ones didn't drive. Why didn't these drive? This one didn't either. It's in an area where I can reject from. That's the issue we've got. Let me look at this 4 again. Because is this 4 going to flip to the downside? And if it is, see, we would need a bearish forward close or bearish 1 hour close. We haven't had the one. We've still got 48 minutes for this one to close bearish. It's really put a span in the works, because this is the move. We were after this, and it's completed the move, like 3/4 of it. So it's only left us a little bit to play with. But the issue you've got, it's been so bullish through that area that now you're worried about a pullback, and this is quite a big range. There's 100 pips. So it's where can the pullback pull back to? Well, we know from previous data the pullback can actually come and break these lows and then come and fill. So you really don't want to be stuck in that, because everything's printed bullish. Yes, you are bullish, but you've now hit the area where you can reject from, and that's why I'm like, for fuck's sake, because this is the move we wanted, this one. So it's how can we get in now safely, because I feel like I haven't had a trade for absolutely donkeys. So if we can come down and create this bottom wick for this one, we could get buy stops on, but it might be unlikely we get tapped. I don't know whether I'll have buy stops on the just above the body. I think it'll be above the high, right? That's what we potentially can do, but we've got to come and create this bottom wicks. At least one of the bottom wicks is gone. don't feel like this is a range. Hasn't filled that range as of yet. Could we pull back to this area and get a wing back buy on? Potentially we could. We could potentially get a wing back buy from here, so we're looking at these pullback. It's not going to be the neatest of entries. Like, you might go into drawdown for a bit, but in and around these areas, this is previous support. So could we just take a wing back buy? Even if you pull back and want to drive down, you should still be able to get out with some profit. We haven't quite tapped 2351 yet. Again, see, this is an issue where you trickle down. You don't want this because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours to get down. And yeah, look, so you might come straight through. What would this be? That's 60 pips. Could we get stops below that? Could we have that as a second entry potentially? So you're gonna have to move stops below that. And this one comes straight through. What is that? 120, 130 pips. Did we close above this? We did, okay. So we could potentially take a wing back buy from 2338, or we can have buy stops on. The only issue we've got here is 2346 is the next to tap. 24 pips. I would like to use the wick, it's not enough for me. What's the 15 show? No bottom wick. What do I want to say? I need to break these lows, guys. I need this low broke. I need this low. We potentially get wing back buys on here, depending on how the candles push. Can't take sells, this is the thing, but you can actually start printing bearish now to come back down. But I can't take sells. The weekly's bullish, the daily's nest play. The 4 hour is closed bullish and broke out. If you look at this 4, so this 4 broke above this level, right? Actually, let's have a look at the 4s. So what are the 4s telling us? So we've got a forward break and then we pull back to, let's mark this up. Why did we pull back to that? So we pulled back to 2334, so that potentially could be a second entry. The only issue what I don't like is the 4's pushed up and created a steep top wick now. So it means it's more likely that if it does flip to the downside, it's got liquidity to drive further. Where we don't actually know if this one opened up first, create a top wick, or whether it pulled back first. That's the issue you've got, because if you look at this one, this closed back into the area. You didn't get much of a pullback and then you just drove up. We've got this one, close into the area, and then you started coming down. What's this? Could we grab that back up? This would be off the 4. Okay, we could potentially do that. Up. $40 pips. We could go below this 4, which is 65 pips. So the only times you've been down in these levels, yeah, and then you've closed back above here, is here and here. Okay. Then when after you've been down in these levels, then when you get a close above, we're looking at this one, you then pull back to this area. Okay. Well, you actually pull back to this area, so that could potentially be a second entry, and then you reject, come back up, all the way up. So that's as long as you don't tap 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. Exactly the same again here. This one though came straight through, tap 2, 3, 4, 6, hit its target. So this one, it might do this, which we can't do anything about it. That's the move gone. We've missed it. Okay. But then this one, you've got another nice break here, and then you pull back to 2, 3, 3, 5. You actually pull a bit further back to there. However, you need to sort of average it. So it's a case of, this is probably the only two things we're looking at. So are we going to get the same? So the odds are like, it's 2 to 1 whether you're going to pull back on this 4 hour. So this 4 is going to flip to the downside, but the other one comes straight through. So are we going to go straight through? Now if we go straight through, how then can we get in? The only way I can get in at the minute is if I get like a closure above here and we can grab this small range here. I say small, it's decent. These are 4 hour ranges. I say small, it's 45 pips. Does that make sense? Because that would probably confirm the 4 then. If you're coming into that range, you're more likely going to come and tap 2, 3, 5, 1 like this. Okay. This one didn't quite make it, but did in the end. So you've also got another area where I don't think we're on this bit here because we haven't tapped this area. But if you look at this 4 came and tapped this and then rejected. That's why I had these wing backs on. But these wing backs are probably not the best at the minute now. So we'll take these ones off. If any wing backs, we're looking at 2, 3, 3, 5. Didn't we have a second entry on somewhere? No, that was it, wasn't it? That's what I'm looking at. 2, 3, 3, 5. That's probably the only thing I've got going on at the minute. And if the 4 closes back into the range, you should still get a pullback. So for example, even when this one closes back into the range, this one played out anyway. So you should still pull back. So for example, what I mean is, let me get rid of all this, guys. Right, I need it. So even if this 4 flips to the downside and closes like that, previous data, it taps around these levels and then it pulls back. And if it closes bearish, the next one then, if it doesn't tap 2, 3, 4, 6, tends to come and tap this and then flip to drive down. So at that point you've still caught your move. So that's what I've got going on at the minute. That's as long as we don't tap 2, 3, 4, 6, because if we tap that, that means we're either going to be pushing through or we can tap it here. You've now got the liquidity to drive below our entry point and close bearish, and it might carry on. I don't think it will do because everything's sort of bullish, but it gives it another chance to catch it out if you like. So that's what I've got going on at the minute. I can't take sells down. Very risky taking sells down. This was the 4, wasn't it? So we'll mark this one up as the 4. We'll get rid of this, we're not interested. Stops are pretty decent really. You only need below that. If you break below that 4, you're likely going to be driving down to these levels, so there's just no point below there. And it's 65 pips. Bloody hell, I bet you're all over the moon. 65, that's tiny for me. So yeah, that's what I've got going on really, guys. We can maybe push this up a tad. What's up there? Yeah, so as long as we don't tap 2, 3, 4, 7 and we pull back, we can get wing back buys on. We're very bullish, mind. We're very bullish. Theoretically, would you close full now if you would in buys? Are you in buys, Nelly? You're in buys, aren't you? No, because where did you get in buys at? So from 2336, 2336. Wow, nice. So did you take that 1 hour then? So 2, 3, 3, 6. So you took this 1 hour, didn't you? Did you have a buy stop above that? I take it. Really nice trade, that. Really nice trade. Oh yeah, because you're a couple of hours ahead, aren't you? Makes sense. Makes sense. But yeah, that is literally the move we were after from yesterday, isn't it? So I'm over the moon and you caught that, Nella. So well done. Really good. If I was in buys now, coming up, no, because it can still be pushing. It's pretty clean traffic through here, apart from one area. There's one area where it rejects from here and comes back down. One. But the issue we've got is we haven't got much data to go off. You've got like 3 scenarios to go off. That's what's hard. So the odds are good for you to stay into 2, 3, 4, 7, or even straight through. Because if that 4 comes straight through to 2, 3, 5, 1, it's gonna come straight through. That's the move for the day for me, really. I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. There's probably no point being on the charts again. So you've literally caught the move what I was hoping we were gonna catch today. I didn't think we'd break out so early, but we have done. But whatever. That's trading. So I mean, that's lovely. I'm really happy for you there. How many is that? You've peaked 90 pips. You need to get that trade in the group. Take a screenshot, get it in the group, get everyone, show everyone. So you are quite clean all the way up. 2, 3, 5, 1. The thing is, it's too late to get in for me. This really, it's too late for me to get in. By all means, though, guy. I mean, you could be taking sells up because it is clean traffic to at least 2, 3, 4, 7. But you know what I'm like with my entries? I like nice entries, and I know price can come down steeper. I don't want to be going into drawdown, which drawdown's normal, but it's typical Forex, isn't it? I do like how this 15's pushed up. If this 15 flips now, it is going to drive down. The only way I'll take an entry now, it'll be a risky entry, but it'll be an aggressive entry. So it'll be a case of I'm in off a 5 or a 15, and as soon as it pulls away, my stops will be risk free. But I really want this 4 to flip to the downside. I'm just thinking. I know you can't because of this one. If it does flip, then there's only one place to come, and that is down to these levels. So could you not just sell down? You'd at least come to 2338. It does look like it's going to carry on though. We will see. I'll tell you what though, if... Cause you've got loads of no bottom wicks, 1 hour. See how this 15 closes. I'm going to be jumping on Vic's New York session today, guys. So New York session will be on today from 1:30, I believe it is, on YouTube. We're very bullish. Can we come back down? Please don't go. Don't when a song pops in your head. Please don't go. Don't go. No, walk out that door. Please don't go. Yeah, yesterday was so... I mean, look at that yesterday, guys. That's all we done yesterday. And see what happened. So I've showed you before. So you're consolidating. You're consolidating, yeah. And what happened is price popped out, closed out the area, grabbed liquidity to then push the other side. Loads of people be selling here because it broke all this low. Selling, selling, selling. Where's the stop's going to be? Above the high. Above the high. Breaks out one side. Everyone's selling. Goes the other side. Grabs all the stops. That's what price will do to you. It actually came out this way first. So, yeah, I had a little consolidation here. And it actually broke above. Grabbed orders. Or people will be buying there. Stops below. Goes back down, grabs all the stops. Oh my god, I'm being stopped out. Everyone gets sells on. Stops above. And then price pushes the other way. Crazy, isn't it? Ah, this candle's flipped. So the 15, the 30's closed bullish. Excuse me, guys. I think it's in here, you know. Because what it is, I haven't got any vents in here yet. Like no oxygen. Lovely day today, though. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to go to the beach today, I think. So we've closed bullish on the 15. We haven't broke above though, so just be careful with this. You'd need to close above, ideally, to carry on. So we're still respecting this level. Now if we keep respecting this level, and price shows me that we need to come down and break these lows, we could potentially take the wing back sell, because what might happen is you might consolidate, and then you'll get a bearish close, and then what this is doing, liquidity above here. But you know you can't drive up as long as you don't break this low. You know you can't drive up without breaking this low, because why haven't these done it? And then you'll get one candle what will push up, grab, in order to drive down. So we could potentially grab that. Potentially, but we'd need to see some bearish closures. So I'd probably need a doji on the 15, and then I'd probably need a doji on the 15, still respecting the side. That'd be two candles struggling to close above. That would probably tell you that okay, you need to come and break this low if we want to drive up. But it is a riskier trade there. Yes, there was also a triangle on the H1 top frame. Nice triangle for sales. A triangle? What do you mean by triangle? Got to pop out back in 15. Oh, got to pop out back in 15. Yeah, no worries, mate. Do what you need to do. It shows though now that you sort of massively improving the short period of time you've been with us. Which is nice. That was a lovely. That was my ideal trade from yesterday. It's like, just a shame it happened in Asian session. Little bugger. School run. Oh, school runs there. Nightmare. Who'd have kids there? Who'd have kids? Still don't know bottom wick on these. So if I can get a 15-minute, do you know what? If this 15 came up, what we can do is, well, if the 15 to be more safe, as long as we don't have a bottom wick, if the 15 pushes up, breaks the highs, we could get a sell stop underneath. It might not come back and get activated, but that's fine, we're not bothered if it carries on. But if it does come back into this area, that means then it's got to break these highs. We could then potentially catch this flip down, or this goes doji and the new one pulls through. So if this 15 does break this high, we could potentially get a sell stop underneath. He's 22-year-old, young man. I wish, honestly, I keep saying, I say it all the time, but I wish somebody showed me this when I was early 20s. On your phone. George and JK's. Can we push up and break the high? The 5's closed bullish, but still respecting this area. So if we can come and break this highs, we can potentially sell down. I need a break of the highs though, of the 15. GBP AUSD. Oh, we're there, guys. My dogs are going mental. Definitely sunbathing weather now, guys. Oh, look at that 5. Typical. Typical. Oh, where'd that guy? Let me bloody charge it. Where's that charger? Okay, what's a 5 doing? Tell me if that music's too loud, guys. Yeah. See, we were just sort of clutching. Look at that, 15 now. It shows that we're going to have to break the lows. But it's whether we can get a pop out before coming down. Haven't broke any highs yet. I just want to have a look when the ones come down. Even if you drive down, what happens? Because we haven't been up to these levels yet, so I don't think we're going to get this drive. We need to look at like these ones here. One. We could have a potential second entry at 2332. I need to mark up these forward zones here, what I think we're on. What's above? Let me just mark this up. I want to see what the lower time frames look like, that's all. So forward above. See, this came straight through. I don't actually like this area. Oh, look at this one. I didn't see this. 4, didn't tap. Gotta tap that, and then a new 4 just came down. Okay, we're gonna have to move stops, I think. Well, let's have a look on the lower time frame. Did we actually tap that? Well, we didn't. That's alright. So that means the only place where we haven't tapped that area is the 2 areas I've pointed out. That's it. So if we go down to the 1 hour time frame, we can have a look what happens. So yeah, just pull, but normally on the 1, that's fine. And then this one here, you mess about. You really mess about, then come down. Let's go down to the 15. I've looked at in the 15, see what the 15s look like. Right, okay. We're still respecting this level here. So we actually broke above that on the 15, but if you look at this area, you had 4 candles where you're respecting A zone. Now we've got it slightly higher up, right? But you've still got 4 candles respecting A zone, and then you've got one 15-minute candle pops out, breaks the high, and then the next one flips back down. This is what we're saying in regards to if we do come and break the highs, we could potentially have sell stops underneath, because if we do flip back down, we're going to flip and drive down to our entry point. That makes sense? So respecting. I don't like this area, it's just minging. I ideally want to come straight back down. good thing is we haven't tapped 2, 3, 4, 6. If we tap 2, 3, 4, 6, guys, then we've got to reassess these wing back buys. We haven't broke that high yet, have we? I mean, if you look at the daily's actually got not much of a bottom wick on the daily, but the weekly's bullish. So it's like, are you going to come down for a bottom wick and then still flip back bullish? Oh, 5's got no bottom wick. 15, no bottom wick. Look at this. Okay. Let me get these on these signals. Welcome to the stream, guys. Thanks for the likes, much appreciated. If you haven't done so, please drop us a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Be a great help to help the channel out. If you want more info about Relentless, jump into our link tree, which is in the descriptions. Loads of info in there. We do have a free membership offer, which you can get amongst. Tell me if that music's too loud, guys. I've had to put it next to the mic. Can you still hear me alright? Minute close, no bottom wick. We haven't broke this low, but we did break the previous low. The next candle to close is the 1 hour. So if we can get a 1 hour bearish close, what does that mean? What does that mean? What's happening there then? Might be looking at this. This is the only area where it's closed similar, but coming from the upside. It's like palm music, isn't it? These are the only things I'm worried of if you come straight through. But you've already been up and tapped that. This is the key. Tapping this level. It looks like you can't drive down without tapping up here at 2351, because the only way these stops get hit is if this level gets tapped first, and we haven't tapped it. That's what it's shown me, that's what previous data is telling me, so I don't know whether we can drive straight through to stops. I think our get out would be an hour close below 2338. So if this hour can come down, there's 11 minutes left of it, this hour can come and tap it. Even if this hour closes like that, you're still gonna have to get something like pullback and then flip. Oh, we're pushing here, eh? broke the lows. I would take partial on this, would just be 2338, that's where I'd be going risk free. Can we come straight down on this 15? That would be lovely. Remember, you have got an area where you can reject from 2338, and then one time where it rejects from there and doesn't actually come down to our wing back buys. See, we want something like this, 15 straight down, tap, pull back, close above here, new 15 up, gone. That's what we're after. This is literally, this is what exactly we're after. We didn't break any highs really. Do we have to break the highs again now that it come up? What are stops again? What did I say stops were? Stops are nice, 70 pips. 5.5. Still got 3 candles left of the 15 here. Yes, England on today. I'll tell you what, if they played like they did the other night, they're going to get smashed. I don't get why it's so confusing about Gareth Southgate. So look, even if we want to drive down, guys, the 5 taps, pulls back, take past move to break even, and then it can do what it wants. Can we get this? This is nice, no bottom wick as well. Can this 5 pop down for us? I don't know if it's going to pop that far. We might have to wait for the next 15. Yeah, I don't get why it's so confused. England should be winning everything. I know they won the other day, but it was the second half was just embarrassing, getting battered off Serbia. Like, the only reason they didn't score goals is because they're not very good at scoring. That is it. Like, if that was France or someone like that, we would have been hammered, absolutely hammered. Yeah, they would have, mate. They would have absolutely annihilated us. So this hour now, right, it's pulling back, it's broke the lows. So what we could do actually is now get a buy stop on. However, there's no point because there's only 5 minutes left. So the only way this hour is going to flip is we would need a 5 minute candle like this, like that. 1 5 minute candle could happen, but it's unlikely, isn't it? So there's just no point. But now that you've come down and broke the lows and created a bottom wick for that 1 hour, you could have technically got a buy stop on the highs, because if this does flip, then it's likely going to flip and drive. Can we get down though? I would really like it to take us with it, because the previous support on the 4 is this level. So it's a case if we do need to push past it. I'm just a bit cautious with, you've got no bottom wick on this 4. It's whether we need to come back down. Now what's interesting is every time frame taps 2, 3, 4, 6, and this is the only one what hasn't. So if it doesn't, that means this is new data, because everyone comes and taps this level. And that's the reason why I'm still looking at it, because we haven't tapped it. So I do believe if we need to drive down, we need to come and tap that at least. So is this just the 4 hour up, down, and then is this 4 going to close bearish, or is this 4 going to flip to carry on? And if that's the case, if it does flip close bullish, that means the next 4 is likely going to be the one that comes up anyway. So very interesting at the minute. It's nice. Looking good. I would have preferred this move what Nella caught like, but I'm not getting out of bed that early, guys. Come on. Come on. I've been for my 10-mile run this morning. Me cold plunge I've done. I've had salmon for breakfast. I've jumped in my Lamborghini, went to the shop, got some croissants. Croissants? Yeah. I've done that. Basically what a typical trader does. What you see on social media. Mine's completely different. Do you know what? I hate them. A day in the life of a Forex. I hate them on social media. The day in the life. I get up, I put my socks on, I pull my pants up, I brush my teeth with a brush. I then go and do this, and then I jump on the chart for 20 minutes and catch 2,000 pips. I hate them. Absolutely hate them. But I think I'm going to do one. But it's going to be I get up, I go to the toilet, I have a shit. There's going to be a video of me just having a shit. And then it's going to be dealing with the kids, chasing the kids about, trying to get them ready, fighting with them. And then picking up the dog shit for the backyard. Like, the day in the life of a trader. You know, realistically. This is where we're trying to change the image of trading. Like, it's not for your single bachelor lads, young, in a penthouse, cutting about in a Lamborghini, which is not practical. Right, you can't get a washing machine in the back of a Lamborghini, can you? Do you know what I mean? I've got a sports car now, right? I don't like cars at all. I'll never get a sports car ever again. They're a nightmare to get in and out. They're not comfortable. You can't go fast anyway. You know, you can't do more than 70 anyway. What's the point? I'll show you a life of a trader. When I'm on the charts and we catch a trade at 8 o'clock and we're done for 10 past and you just see me on the beach chilling. That's the life of a trader. Whoa. These tunes, man. I feel like I'm in a jazz bar or something. I just need a little Disaronno and Coke now. Ooh, yeah, that'd be nice. So what have I got on today? So today we've got I've got my youngest child at high school. He has like a 3-day visit of his high school. So he's been like excited every day. Oh yes, sorry, the ice baths, Nelly, you're right, yeah. I've had 2 of them this morning. One wasn't enough, so I had 2. I had 2 of them. No, I do like a cold water plunge though. But I've got the sea right there, so you just go in there. You had 3? Come on. Come on, I'll have to have 4 now then. I'll have to. Morning, Mr. Gledell, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. How's things, mate? You missed a good week away. It was fantastic. Ooh, 15, no butterwick. Remember, guys, this is not going to be the cleanest of, like, you might go into drawdown, and this 4, we're basically saying this 4 needs to respect 2338. That's it. So once we get tapped, we ideally want to pull them back to tap to close respecting 2338. This is the last hour, remember, right? So into the last hour now. Actually, that hour was a big hour, wasn't it? So why did that hour close like that? Well, it can do actually. We might have a second entry at 2332 yet. I don't know, we'll see. It'd be nice if this hour can come down though without a top wick, because you've got no bottom wick on this previous hour. You're still respecting that zone. If this hour can come down with no top wick, that'd be fantastic. But remember, this could be the turning point here. It means it would go without us. Okay. But no 4 more. We stay disciplined. Now our get out would be the 4 hour actually, not the 1. So if the 4 hour closes back below 2338, we would then get out, look to manage risk and get out. So if the 4 does close below there, so let's say the 4 does something like that, you should still get something like up, tap previous support and then flip. Obviously that would be our take pass to break even. I'm just looking where the 4's broke out and came back in. So I'm mainly, there's only 2 areas I can look at really. It's this one here. I'm mainly looking at this 4. So I'm expecting this 4 to come down, tap us, activate us, and then pull back and close, respecting. The new 4 then pushes up first and then flips to the downside. That's what I'm hoping we can catch. But if we get something like this, where we've been up here, and we close bearish like that, we'll look to get out. We'll be managing risk, we'll be getting out at risk free. And we'll just wait for another setup. I just don't know whether we can drive right down and tap stops without. Oh, this is nice. So this is nice. No top wick. Come on, can we get there? This is the thing with wingbacks. When I first started taking them, they were a bit scary because look how bearish it is there. Look how bearish it is. You're like, oh my god, it's like, and then I'm taking a buy. Like, so they can be a bit daunting, but this is where you can't have any fear. So on my little board in front of me, I've got a few sayings, and I recommend you write them down because it took me ages to work out that these are what I need. So confidence is one of them. Discipline, the next one. I've actually got on here aggression, right? But aggression, emotions come with aggression, so it's not the right word really. So fearless, that's the next word. So confidence, discipline, and fearless. What you need for trading. Okay, this is lovely. Stand by, guys. Oh, there's one. Oh, come on. There's 1 minute left of this 5. Oh, I don't know what this 5's going to do it. Or can it? Okay, guys. I am in for buys on this. I'm in for buys. Stops at 2329. Take partial move to break even is... like that. And my target is actually 2351. Okay, that's what I've got. I'm in on buys on this, guys. That is what I've got going on, so I have. Can we come straight back up on the hour? Now remember, this might not be the neatest, right? Might not be the neatest. But I will be taking probably 75% out of this. 17 pips. Might not happen for the 15 yet, because the 15 can close there. I get out of it as if the 4 closes below, so it might not happen straight away. What's nice is you've got no bottom wick on this one either, on that 5, but the hour's got no bottom wick and no top wick, right? But remember, you've got to understand, these haven't either. These have got no bottom wicks and no top wicks. We could look at a second entry at 2332, but I think what will probably happen here is the 15 might close down here and then the new 15 comes back, so it might not play out until the 15 closes. Okay. Ooh. Oh, what's this 5 doing? You got no bottom wick on this 5. I think I'm gonna go to the beach today. Beautiful. I've only had technically 2 days of beach weather so far since I've moved in this house. Somebody said the other day, obviously I know I haven't finished the backdrop, but somebody said the other day it looks like I'm in a cell, in a prison cell. I don't know how true that is. Yeah, so this might not play out until the 15, guys, so don't start sort of panicking. The 15 can close down here and then the 15 pulls back, but I mean, it would be nice if we get a closure back above. That would. If the 15 closes respecting 2338, that could be the lowest point to then come back up. That would be lovely because we get some flies on it. You got 1 minute. I think you might close doji on this and then that would be the 15 staying down there. 6 minutes left. Let me have a look for this second entry. Could we take this second entry? I don't know whether you're going to hit that second entry because we're only going off this one where price can actually push to 2334, or I'm looking at this one here where price can push just a bit beyond and then you pull back on the 4. So if we do pull through, we could potentially take this as a second entry, I suppose. But that means we would be on this one, and then that would worry me because we haven't tapped this area, yet he's still coming down. So I can't really see us coming down to that. I think if anything we might be getting this type of stuff. I don't know whether the second entry is going to be on the cards for me yet. If the 4 drives straight through, guys, it's new data because we haven't tapped that level, and everyone taps that level. There's nothing you can do. So this one here, look. So this one drove straight through on the 4, straight to stops, right? But it tapped 2, 3, 4, 6. We haven't tapped 2, 3, 4, 6 yet. So nothing's tapped it yet. So that's why I'm thinking we're looking at either going to flip back to the upside, or we're going to get something like this with a bearish close, and this is just the pullback. Because remember, this 4 at one point was like that. Yeah, so we're going to see if we can pull back. If the 4 closes below, we'll look to manage risk and get out with the top wick in the next 4. But I think the 15 looks like the one where it comes down, closes down there, and then you pull back. So we'll see. This one here, look. So big 15 push. 15 closes in around the area. Then you push down first, more drawdown, and then you flip and come right back up. So it's this what we're trying to get. And if that's the case, it means you're not going to pull back until the 15 closes, which is another 4 minutes. Okay. So as long as the 15 stays in around this area, we should be good. Even if the 15 wants to drive down, so if the 15 drives down, you still should pull back on the next 15 to flip, to come down. This is a nice area though for flyers. And look, all the 15s closed down here. What's this one here? I don't know where that would take that as a second entry, just because the 4. So the 4s don't come down to this area unless they've tapped our target. So if it does come down to this area, what does that mean? That's what we're saying. What does that mean? Does that mean price is changing and we're going to be flying straight through? That's why I'm a bit cautious about taking a second entry around here. 2, 3, 3. The only way I'd take a second entry is if when would I take a second entry? What would the 4 look like then? This 4 would have to tap it for a second entry. And then if we got something like that, tap, flip back up. So on this 4 really, this 4 needs to pull back and close respect, and if it breaks below, then we might be coming to break the lows as such, but you might just get this. So it means you're looking at a couple of hours, 4, 8, 12. I'm just debating whether to get this second entry on, guys. I would want the forward to close first before getting it, this is the thing. So I don't know whether I'd take this forward. Or would I? It's at the 15 now. 15's got 2 minutes left. I don't like that push, guys. The 15's really pushing down now. So why are you coming down? No top wick, no top wick, no bottom wick. 30. Let's have what this 30, what the 30 does. Ooh. See, it's sucking me in for this second trade here. Where's that second trade? It would be here, wouldn't it? I'm just marking this up. It's not on yet, right? Just marking this up. It's not on yet. Oh, what's this here? I don't like them stops. Like that 30 coming straight through like that. So we've had a 15 close now, guys. I don't like that 15 close because the other 15s don't do that. Oh yeah, that's second. Oh, we're pushing here. What is this? So second entry for me, if anything, it'd be this 2, 3, 3, 1 to come back up. What would that be? 2, 3, 3, 1. What would the stops be there? I don't know whether I like these stops, you know, because of that 30. I've just looked at that 30. What we can do is, if this 15 pushes down, we can potentially get a buy stop on. So if this 15 breaks this low, we can get a buy stop on the other side of the 15. So if it does flip, it's likely going to pull back to our target as such. I don't like adjusting stops once I'm in. What a funky tune, eh? Right, what are you doing? You've got no top wick on that. You've got no top wick on the 15. Just worried about these stops because you might be coming down for this 4 no bottom wick. If that's the case, do we need to go off the daily? But if the daily's going to flip at that point, it's going to flip and drive, so is there any point in adjusting stops? Really, the 4 shouldn't be breaking below this. However, you've got a 4 here where you pull back. Guys, I know I don't like to do this, however, it would only be 13 pips. I'm going to adjust my stops below this low here, which is this one. So I'm going to adjust my stops by, where do we have stops? 20 pips. Okay, if you can do it, do it. However, I'm just cautious of coming down for the 4. I don't think it should do though, but you just, the Forex, isn't it? You just never know. So I'm adjusting my stops to, if you touch that, you're going to be coming all the way down anyway. You're not interested at that point. Stops to 8, 6. And then, if we can come and tap 2, 3, 3, 1, I think I'll take a second entry at 2, 3, 3, 1. and this would be off. What would this be off? This would be breaking the lows of this. So you should have liquidity to then push back up. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at these levels. Even if we sort of wanted to get out, we should still pull back. You might push a bit further actually if you look at these. What's this one? Let me mark this one off. That might be a bit better. The 15 looks like it's flipping here back up. You have got a strong area here though at 232, which we've tapped it. So yeah, maybe that could have been the move. No, we're not there yet, are we? Right, why is that switching up? When you come from them levels, you don't reject for me though, you fly through. There's a here where you reject. You can also reject from here. So it's whether you're going to come straight through or whether you're going to reject from these levels. I think I'd have this as a second entry. Win back buys. I mean, you're close to stops at that point. It'd be like that. And the way I'd do this, you see, is my my second entry would be the same lot. So it'd be something like this. Same lot size, okay? So it's not going to be another 2%, it'd be a small risk. And then we'd be looking at something like that. And then obviously we'd grab the profit back up. If you're going to pull that low, you might not yet, because the 15 does look like it's going to flip to the upside. Whether it's going to do that, I'm not sure. But technically, the way we're looking at this is the 4 still hasn't closed. 4 is going to be closing soon. You're probably going to get a top wick on the 4. You've got 30 minutes left of the 4. We haven't tapped our zone. Okay, and you're in this sort of clean traffic range up to that. The 2 still bullish, the 3 is bullish, the 1 is closed bearish but no bottom wick, and you've got no top wick on this 1 hour either. So it's a case of, can this one flip back to the upside and close doji? And if that's the case, that'd be the 4 closing respect, and that's what we want ideally. If the 4 closes back below, it can do and still play out, but it'd just be better if the 4 did close above there. You got 30 minutes exactly the same, no bottom wick, no top wick. So you would think that price would have to come back to this area even if you want to drive down. Okay. However, the way we're pushing, if we do, just on a slim chance we do get down to these levels, we could look at a second entry to come back up, but it would only happen, we'd only take it if it happened on the next few candles without pulling back first. That makes sense. Okay, so that's what we've got going on. So we've just got to wait, guys. We've just got to wait. It's all on the 4 really. When I say it's all on the 4, the 4 can actually close down there. But whether this is going to push and drive further for a second entry. There is a potential second entry at 2331 as well. Which that would be, what would that be? I mean, that would be 50 pips. If you're not in on this, guys, then what I'd potentially do is just wait for a closure. If you're not in on it, I'd just wait. You're in an area where that second wing back, we had a potential wing back from here, didn't we? But you could wait for the next one to get tapped if it's going to tap, or this is an area you can enter from. But I'll probably wait for this for a second entry. 2331. Because look, straight down, tap, reject. So I would, if you're not in, I'd wait for 2331.21. Oh, got my legs. Come on, can we flip? The 30's next to close. So where do we want this 30 to close? Ideally we want it respecting this level. That's what we want. If the 30 can close respecting this level and we push down first with no top wick, I'll get a buy stop on the new 30 to come up. Pips, what is this tune? Can you see at the start, Nella, when I was like, okay, this is an area you can reject from and come back down. And it's come back down. You'd probably be stopped at break even. You'd probably be stopped out at break even now. If this daily flips though, guys, I say flips, it's because you still didn't break above this level, but it's broke back into the ranges. So the only thing you're going off is these. So if it does flip and drive down, then we've been duped. We've been duped. And then the weekly, it'd be going against the weekly then. It means the weekly would be flipping back to the downside. I can't see the weekly flip back to the downside. 2 days left of the weekly. You're in. 33 minutes left for a forward close. So if the 4 is going to close down there, it doesn't mean we're going to come straight back up with the new 4, because if we look at this area, it means you might get another 4 mess about and then you start coming up, so it might be a longer time frame trade. So we'll see how the 4 closes, see how it reacts, and then I'll probably leave it with you and see how we get on. Come on, gold, chill out, pull back for me. 32 minutes.
This is going to be such an exciting day. I hope you enjoy it. I think you will.
We're still pushing.
Don't speak. For some moments in life, there are no words.
Can this 15 flip, which is the 30? Still getting a 15 bearish close. Still got no top wicks on them, but we still haven't broke below, which is nice. Pips. Can we pop down and get this? If we're still showing respect in this area, guys, right? We could potentially take another entry here, but we've got to see price struggling around this level. I need a couple more candles to print just to confirm, because you might get this back with the lows and then come back up. Yeah, so you had a 15 bearish close again there. Which is the 30 close now. So the 30 is closed respecting this area, which is nice. Can this 30 pop down for us? Let me mark this up. So if we're saying this is a zone here, and the 30 is closed respecting still, is this a zone? That's what we've got to confirm. So you come straight through on these levels. It might be a bit more like that. 30 comes straight through. 30 straight through. It's hard, I don't like that. 30 straight. See, they all come straight through. Tap 2328 for second entry. Yeah, I do like that 23228 for second entry. You've got a 30 here, right? You've got 30 here. Close respecting, and the new 30 does actually pull back, but it only pulls back to break even. So you need to decide whether you want to get out of break even and look for a better entry. Because if you don't get out of break even and it pulls back, then you're going to be coming down to these levels, and you only come back to break even again before coming down for stops. But you do grab this profit. So this is the one where I'm like, you can mess about here before coming back up. I'm not really into this one, but we have got levels here. I'm just thinking whether we could, because if we do get this, could we take an aggressive as in stops quick 15? Let me have a look at this, what it looks like on the 15 and the 5. I play some banging tunes, me, don't I? This bit here. Okay, so could we take, if we do pop down, could we take a 15? We probably could. I think we could. I'm going to look again on a 5. So if you look at these 5s, and what we could say is, if you get a 5 close below, we'll just close out for whatever pips it is. So this is something we could take if we do pop down again. Okay, we take it. If the 5 closes below, we close out. Might be a couple of pips loss or whatever. But if it does reject or close respecting, then it's a good sign that, okay, we're probably going to be pulling back and coming back to break even. Then we'll take the profit from here to here, and we close the other one at break even. That makes sense, but you've got to be quick on these. Oh, we nearly tapped it there, didn't we? Because the way this 30 is closed now, it might only come back to break even. This is the thing, it might only come back to break even. It's all on the 4 really. This is the last 30 of the 4. And if the 4 is going to close down here, Not what we want. We need the 4 to close respecting 2338. It can close down, but it means it's going to come further down before coming up, and we just don't want to be in the drawdown. We might as well get out of break even and look for a better entry. So if we look at this 4 here, if we get something like this, we do need to be respecting 2333 on the 4 really. If the 4 closes below that, we're going to be looking to get out like. But if this 5, got 25 minutes left. Okay, so I am interested in a second entry, guys, below 2332. Sorry, for a second entry for a buy, right? But it's going to be an aggressive move. So as soon as the 5 pulls away, we'll move stops, right? Or if the 5 closes below, then we're out no matter what it is. Okay? Because if the 5 does close below, you're then going to be pushing this next zone. I'd rather just get out, lose a few pips, and look for your second entry at 2328. So you need to pay attention, okay? You're still bearish on the 15. You haven't had structure yet on the 15. It's in a bullish close. The 30 closed nice, still respecting this area. So whether the new 30 is going to close doji, that would be the forward closing bearish. Respecting, which is what we want. Still respecting this area. You broke the low here. Still haven't had a bullish close on the 15 as of yet. How's the 30 gonna close? Should get a wick fill on this though, I would imagine. 1 minute left, maybe not. Looks like the 4's going to be closing around here. We originally had this area for wing back buy, back up. This might be it. Yeah. What can the 4 do for us? Can the 4 pull back and close respecting 2338? If it does, fantastic. Right, fantastic. But whether it's going to do that, I don't know. We might get something like this, close down here, and then you start pulling back. Still hasn't tapped that wing back area though. So if we get a 5 close, which we did, okay, so let's have this wing back area on now. If we do, come back down. Right, this will be an aggressive entry on this, right? It'll be off the 5 minute, it'll be a case of if it closes below, we're out. So it shows we've got structure now. Price is struggling, but it's a case of can it? It's broke the highs now, so is it going to drive down? Is this what we need to drive down? I'm not sure. The 15's about to, we need a bullish 5. We need a bullish 15 really close. Oh, we're back. Lovely weather. I'm waiting for this sun to move round so I can get my legs out. Get my legs out. Can this 5 come and break the lows? So we're looking at something like this. You come down, you respect this area, you come back up, you break the highs, right? You come down, we respect this area, you come back up, you break the highs. Then price makes a new low. So can we come and make a new low? And then you're back into the area. The new 4 happens. Bottom wick on the new 4, and then the new 4 pulls back into the area. 4 should happen at that point. Can we come back? And then we can grab this from here to this. You can hold out in the second trade if you want to, or you just close out and take the risk off the table. Originally we would have been in on this for a second entry, but didn't take it. Didn't take it, guys. Got 15 minutes for a 4 close. Is the 4 going to pull back for us? because the 30s do look like they can come straight through. This is the only thing I'm a bit cautious of with this. The 30 can actually come straight through that. Well, that's why we've got to take this off a 5. If 5 breaks below, I'm out. So what I'm expecting is a 5, still respecting this area, nice. A 5 can pop down and reject straight away, close doji, be a fantastic sign. Fantastico. I hope you're enjoying the stream, guys. Drop us a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Welcome. My name's Pete, and the company is Relentless. If you want more info on the company, jump into the Discord. Jump into the Discord. The link tree is in the descriptions. I just want to have a look at what this 4 can actually do. If it's all on this 4, we need this 4 to close respecting this level. If it doesn't and closes below, I don't know whether I'll be taking that second entry. Because it means a new 4 can get something like this. So we really don't want that 4 breaking below. Okay. So it's key the 4 closes respecting 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay. But if the 4 does close respecting, it means the new 4 can come back to break even. Doesn't mean we're in the clear yet. Doesn't mean you're going to come straight back up to take partial move to break even. Just means you can just come to break even. What's this 4 done? So we need to decide really what we're going to be doing in regards to, are we closing out at break even? I really wanted this 4 to pull back, so I was expecting this 4 pull back, close respecting, then a new 4 up. That's what I was hoping we were going to get. Or what's this here? That's nice. Close respecting. I mean, it could play out nicely. All coming down. It's these ones where you're just randomly popping down. Yeah, it's which way it's going to open up. Is it going to push down first or... 12 minutes left for a 4, guys. As long as we're respecting this area. Did the 15 close? See, the 15 still closed bearish, but you still haven't broke the lows. So you're still respecting this area on the 15. You've got no bottom wick. You've got 2 candles with no bottom wicks here. So is this 5 going to flip to the downside? We don't want the 4 pushing straight down, you see. Oh, my legs are nearly out in the sun. So we've got New York session trading today as well, guys, around about 1:30. Same channel. There'll be Vic running the stream. I'll be jumping on with her though. I'll jump in the Zoom with her. Is this 5 gonna flip? It's nice if it stays like this, because what you'll probably get is a 5 will probably come down to create a bottom wick, and hopefully you might come down just to break the low again one more time, and that might then pull us in order for the flip to come up. And then you get something like, you might not drive like that though, because I think we're going to drive off the 4. Looks like the 4 is going to be the one what is going to do the pushing, but it's just a case of which ways they're going to push. You're still respecting this area, so it's a good sign that when you respect an area like this, it means you're going to have to break some highs before coming down. That's why you can't carry on driving. There's not enough liquidity, so you've got to break some highs. Oh, look at that 5. It's a nice 5 close. Oh, no bottom wick. No top wick, no bottom wick. Let's close the door now, aren't I? Still 9 minutes left for a close. Where's this 4 going to close? The further back it pulls, the better for us, because it means you're going to get a top wick on the next 4. It's how far is this top wick going to be. So the further back this pulls, the more profit it's going to go in before flipping to the downside. If it's going to flip to the downside, it might not. Yeah, all we're going off is 100% of the time you tap 2, 3, 4, 6 before driving down. I'm on about driving down, not pulling back. We know it can pull back, but driving down, you've got to tap this. That's all we're going off. And if it doesn't, it means this is Duke does. It means it's stopped short. It's created a new area to then drive down. And there's nothing you can do. You can't preempt them type of things. What's the 3 doing? 3's going to close in 8 as well. Can this 3 pull back? Big 2-hour candle now. Still got no bottom wick, no top wick. That's a very good sign. It's got 7 minutes. Don't know what this 30 is going to drive through as such. $15's flipped back to the downside. You're a little bugger, you. We need a bullish 15 close ideally, or a doji, just something bullish on the 15. That'll be the first sign of structure being formed. I like the 15. A 15-minute time frame is sort of does initiate sort of moves as such. So I really want this 15 to stay respecting like this. So if it closes like this, fantastic. See if this 5 can get down for us though. You broke a high again there, so is that enough liquidity to drive? I'm not sure. I would think you need to pull back further though. So you might get a 5 breakout, okay, like this one. And then you come back into the range. But really I want the 15 to close bullish. So if this 5 can come down, activate, and then the new 5 closes back in, that'd be the 15 closing bullish. That'd be perfect for us. Perfectio. Or if this 15 closes respecting, and then the new 5 pops out, and then close respecting, that'd be the 15 closing bullish again. 2 scenarios what can play out nicely for us. Seconds for a 5 close. So last 5 of the 4 now, guys. I mean, if this 5 flips to the upside and drives back up, that'd be really nice for us, because that means the 4 would be closing around our break-even point. It means the next 4 is going to have to give us a top wick, and you're more than likely come and tap our take partial move to break even if it wants to flip to the downside, and you'd look something like that. But I mean, if you go off the higher time frames, really the daily, you've got no bottom wick on it. However, the daily's still in that range above, so the daily technically should be coming to close at 2338. But what happens is they tend to come and tap these levels. But you've got no bottom wick, that's the only downside with it, right? But then if you look at the weeklies create a bottom wick, and the weeklies broke a high. However, it hasn't came up. If you look at these weeklies, you actually drive all the way up. So are we going to get something like that? Ooh, is that the 5 driving up, is it? I think I'm going to hold, mate. I'm going to hold for the new 4. See if the new 4 can get up. But it's completely your call. If you don't like the trade, then you can get out at break even if it comes back to break even. Because I did want a forward close above, but I know the 4 can actually close. As long as the 4 stays above this level, 2333.59, then you can still come back up. What's this here? I don't like this one though. The issue you got, this is coming from the upside down, right? And we're coming up. So this is what's difficult in regards to, we haven't got much previous data, so that's the drama we've got. We haven't got much data. You got this one here where you came up, but this had already tapped out the targets, and we haven't tapped them targets. That's why I'm unsure it can drive down. Where these ones drove down, but if you look what happened with the first forward close, tapped out already, pulled back, new 4, pulled back, and then flipped. So this is what I'm saying, I'm not sure we can drive down, because we haven't tapped that 2, 3, 4, 6. I might be wrong, but I'm just going off what I see, what previous data has shown me. But here's the thing with zones like this, it hasn't happened that many times, so the odds are not the best. But I really don't want to forward close below, because you get forward close below, it means you can't come straight through. I don't know whether these wing back buys will be on if you get this forward close below like this. So we really need to close respecting ideally. Or you could be on this. Loads of contradictions, really. One minute left for a forward close. Come on, baby, push back. If the forward close like this, guys, I'm going to be looking to get out at break even. Might still play out mine. I don't know whether I'll be taking the second entry either. Look at that, I need that 15 close. If anything, I'd take buys back above 233.57. Oh, come on, pull back. That's it. That's it. Ooh, go on, push. There's the one. Okay. So what's that like on the 4 then? Let's have a look at this 4. So there's the 4. The 4 has closed. It's closed respecting this minor here, but look at the new 4 on this. We haven't had a pullback yet, but it means this 4 can actually push all the way through. So good morning, Lee. All right, mate. So we're still respecting that. I might still take that second entry, but off a 5. Because the 4s can. You've still got no top wick on this 4, so if this 4 can pull down our second entry, we can maybe take it off a 5. What are we looking at here? You've got areas where price can drive down first. Now you've got areas where price is close respecting, and you can come straight back. But all these areas tap this level and we haven't tapped it. I can't find another area where we tapped. We only tapped. I can't find an area where we only tapped after coming from the downside up, where we tap this and then we come back into this area. I can't find another area where we've done that. This is new. Everyone comes and taps 2, 3, 4, 6. Everyone. Maybe this one here. That's why I thought we might get something like that. Good morning, Ma. 2328 area is my expect next zone, right where your wing back buy level is. That's a good spot. 2328, yeah. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. So if we want to drive down, do we need to come and tap? I would take partial move to break even at 2338. You do, but after you can hit stops. So stops would need to be below that. I don't want to adjust stops again. I don't like adjusting stops after I've put a trade on. So we're just seeing if we can get, there's a couple of times where price does pull back. So the odds are not the best as such. But yeah, it could still play out. It could drive straight through. I think we're going to have to look at the lower time frames here, because this 4 can do anything, guys. These tunes though, wow. Yeah, look, the next zone there is there. Can we pull back? What did the 2 do? See, the 2's not hit his zone yet. Oh, it has. Yes, this is more like what we've hit. It's like 50-50 at the minute, guys, whether this can play out now, because the way the 4's closed. So it's a case of once we get back to break even, we can sort of look at it then. But we could easy drive back down. I'm just worried about these stops, because now that the 4's closed like this, it's looking like different things where you can come straight through the stops. We would need a 15. We'd need a 15. We need some sort of. The only good thing we've got going is this 15 hasn't broke below yet. So if the 15 breaks below this, that's probably going to initiate the push down, right? Now, if we can get a 15-minute bullish close like this, just a bullish close, then if we can break the lows one more time, we'll probably take this wing back buy up. That's going to initiate the pullback for the 15. but it's not going to happen until this 15 closes bullish. So we're going to have to wait for this 15 really. At the moment, the way the 4's closed, we're sort of 50-50 what's going to happen, whether you're going to come straight through or... I will take this second entry, because this second entry will be low risk, right? This is your last line of defence as such. I'm just thinking with this 5, do we not take this wing back bar? We could do. The way these 5s are closing, I need a 15 bullish close, this is the thing. We can't break below here on the 15. These tunes are banging today. So this wing back buy is still on at the moment. Whether you want to take it or whether you want to wait for 2328, right? Because we could take the profit from here 233. If we're not driving down now, is that because we need to come and break the highs? Is that what we're saying? And the thing what's going to tell us if the 15-minute closes bullish, still respecting this area, that's going to tell us, well, we need to break the highs before driving. So if this 15 flips and drives, then that means this was enough. If it doesn't and closes bullish and still fails to close below this level, it means this wasn't enough liquidity, therefore we need to break the high. That's what it means. So we really need a 15-minute bullish close. Now there's still 3 candles left of this. Okay, sorry, 2 candles left of the 15. So the way this 5's closed, no top wick, no top wick. If this 5 at the minute, this is perfect to be honest. If this 5 can pop down, get to our wing back, I will take this at the minute. But this is an aggressive entry. This, the riskier entry. What I'd do with this, if the 5 closes below, or the 15 closes below, then I'll just be getting out no matter whether it's in drawdown or what. If it's in drawdown, shouldn't be too much in drawdown, I wouldn't think. Famous last words. However, because it's just a case of, it means that if we're still respecting this, we need to come and break this. So if we do pop out and we take this and we do reject, come back to this area, it means there's only one place you're going to go. Where's that? Above here. And we take the profit from here. You'll be in profit at there. The sweet spot would be around there for break even if you wanted to get out. So you would be in profit in around that area, but you're more than likely going to come back up to our break even area. So that's what we've got going on at the minute, guys. Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. So we get out if it closes underneath and take the new trade. Is that what you're saying? What in regards to? What do you mean? I've got potential second entries here, but the issue I've got now is the 4 hour is closed. The 4 hour ranges is skew width. So what I mean by skew width is you've got 4 hour ranges quite close together, so you don't know which one it's respecting. And then what happens is we were expecting this 4 to pull back and close above 2338, and it hasn't done that. So now we've got to reassess. And what happens is when the 4 closes here, the next 4 can do one of 2 things. It either drives straight through to stops or it pulls back. Yeah, one of 2 things, and we're just trying to work out what is it going to do. Now these lower time frame candles, if we still keep respecting this, it's a sign that we're potentially going to get this first. Okay, so what we're saying is we did originally have a wing back buy on this level, right? But what we've done is we've got a potential wing back buy here, but it'll be off of 5 minutes, so it's a risky entry because the last line of defense is you can actually, if you push down, you can reject from here also. So this is our second entry, same lot, so it'll be a lot less risk, right? But if we can see price struggling and we pop down, we're potentially going to get this on, but it'll be off for 5 minutes. So if the 5 closes below or the 15 closes below, we're out. No matter what it's on, whether it's 20 pips in drawdown, we're out on that second trade. And then we'll look to take this second one. That makes sense. Well, that's what we're doing. The 5's still respecting, which is nice. It's all about the 15 though, guys. We cannot close below here on the 15. That's what I don't want. What I ideally want is a bullish 15 close, but not break the highs. And then, if the new 15 can come down, break the lows, and then flip, and that initiates the move back up. That's what I'm after, something like that. This is the last 5 of this 15. So I don't know whether I can take this 5. The only way this would work is if this 5 comes down, taps, and then pulls back. But you might not get that. Because if you get a 5 close down there like that, now that means with the 15 would be breaking the low. Breaking the low, and then you're in this range then, coming down. And it can be quite clean traffic. We don't want to get caught in that. I don't like these stops, you know. These stops should have been bigger. Now, especially now with the 4 closing where it is, but I don't want to adjust them again. Like when I put stops, I don't like to adjust them again. I mean, this one broke in low. Don't like that 15 now. Okay, stand by, guys. Can we tap? Have we had a top wick on the 4 yet? Let's set this 4. I'm not in on this, guys. We have. Don't know when I like that. Okay, guys, right, I'm in now for the second entry. I'm going to turn this off because this is getting intense. So I'm in for a second entry, right? Now, if this 5 closes below, I'm just getting out. Simple as that. Because that would be the 15 closing, and this could be the 4 driving. If you don't like it, don't take it, okay? 2326, 2326, 2326.67. There, okay. Now if this 5 closes below, guys, I'm going to be getting out on this second trade, okay? Because that'll be the 15. The 15 might give you a pullback, but still I'm out because if you look at this, you could easily just drive down with the new 15. Okay? Riskier trade, but we're just seeing if it's going to reject from here. If not, we'll just wait for a better entry down here. It's all about this 5 pulling back, really. We want this 5 to pull back. Okay, guys. Okay, guys, I am out of this trade for a small loss. Are we going to pull back a bit further? Let me go on the one. See if we can get out in a tad little bit of profit. Tell you what I'll do, I'll move my stops to the low of the 5. That's what we'll do. Oh, that's 5. Nah. Right, guys, I'm out of that trade. That second trade, I'm out. Okay, this is gone. What we can do though is if it was break even, that really for me. If the 5 comes back into the area 2333, then we could look for an entry to come up. Because if you close back into this area, there's only one reason you're going to come back into this area, and that's to come and break these highs. Okay, but I don't like the 15s closed below now. So if you look at the 15's broke the lows, so this could flip at any point and drive all the way down. So the only thing I've got going on is these second stops. If you don't like this trade, right, you can get out now for a 50% loss if you wanted to. Okay, for a controlled loss. What's the one done actually? See, the next range on the one is down in, yeah, this is what I'm trying to get. This, look at this. These ones come straight through, tap, and then pull back. That's what we're trying to get. To see if we can get something like that. That's pushing back up nicely now. Ooh, are we going to get a fake out? 15? Are we going to get a fake out on the 15? Don't know how these stops can come. Because where's the one close? Let's have a look at the one. So the one is that an actual one range? I don't know if it is. The one range for me is more like 2, 3, 3, 1. Two, three, three, one. Two, three, three, one, and then you come back. What can we do here? I mean, if you were still in that trade, guys, you'd be in some nice profit now. But look, you've got no bottom wick on the 15. Unless we get if we get a fake out on this 15, we get a 15 close back in, we can look to re-enter around here and take this up. Okay. I like, do you know what? I know it's awful, but I like days like this. It's proper trading. It's proper nice trading. Look at this here now. Oh my god, where are we going? It's going without us. Where are you going? This is what I wanted. This I didn't like the 15 closing below though, but we wanted this pullback. If you look at that. The issue you've got, you're having a nice 5 close back in, but the 15's broke out. So at any point, you've got contradiction. At any point, this might just be a top wick for the 15 to flip to the downside. So you've got to make sure that you're closing back into this range. So I'd need a 15 close back into this range. If the 15 closes back into that range, and then we get a bottom wick, ideally come and create a bottom wick for this, we can potentially re-enter the same position ready for the flip, because now you've had a fake out. There's no reason to fake out to get back into the range unless you're going to come and break the highs. That makes sense. But that's a lovely 5 close. Where does that say? 2332. What did I say TP1 was? 2336. 2336. That's a lovely 5 close, that, guys. Very nice. But we're not in the clear. We're not in the clear. We need a 15 close above. Guys, I'm just going to nip the toilet, okay? There's 9 minutes left. I can't do anything unless we get a 15-minute close, okay? But still not in the clear. I'll put the tunes back on. The sun's nearly around for my legs. 6:15, still driving. What would this be? 16. See, we don't want this 15 flipping. Oh, look, this is what we're on about, guys. No top wick on the 5. top wick. 5 still respecting this area, mind. Still, we've had a fake out. It's going to be on this 5. This 5 needs to stay above here, and that'll be the 15 closing bullish. And then we can look for another entry. Okay, it's all on this 15, guys. We're getting there. We are getting there. I don't know whether I'll take a wing back. Potentially take just like a buy stop above as the 15 pulls down. I don't like these areas, man. Minutes for a close. Because the 4's give us a top wick, but it hasn't given us a steep top wick, so we don't know how far this 4's going to come back. Looking at previous data, you should pull back to around the break even, at least. Ah, he's a 15 flip. See what I mean, guys? Not in the clear. We don't want to flip. We need a bullish close. Looks like it's going to be pushing further down. If we did stay in this trade here, though, we could have potentially got out at the 2-3. That would have been the sweet spot. So what I mean by that is this whole range here is 37. So half of 37, what's that? I don't know. 37. It was 17 or something. 18. So the sweet spot to get out of break even on both trades was there. So we could have potentially done that. But with that 15, the 15 can just drive. If you look at the 15 closes back into this area, you don't pull back that much. You just bomb straight down. That's what I was worried of, really. What's this 5 doing now? Don't be messing about, 5. Get back above. I'm gonna have to get the drones out here, guys, aren't I? I'm gonna have to. We didn't break a high. Why did we come back here to not break a high? What does that mean? Yeah, juicy entries at 28, that's what I'm looking at. It just means stops. I don't like the stops. It's the 30, the way the 4's close now, it means the next 4 can actually push further than stops. Ideally need stops below these levels, but I can't adjust again. I don't like to adjust. after I've placed it, especially on stream. Obviously, if it was just me trading, I would adjust, but and I will be adjusting my other accounts, but not the stream account. Oh look, there's a 5 close. Right, so there's a 15 close. But look what we've done, guys. We've closed next place, so we broke below. 15's closed bullish, but hasn't closed back into the range, so you're technically still in this range. It means this 15 can do anything really. We've just got to see now. What's the 30 doing? Oh, this is the 30 as well. 30-minute bearish close. We're still bearish. Yeah, these are the 30s. We need some bullish closes really, guys. We need a close back above 2333 off the 30. But if we do get back to break even, what we can probably do if we do get back to break even is move stops to the low of here. So if it does flip back to the downside, it's likely going to be driving down. Or you can just close out at break even, really look for another setup, which we might do. We'll see how we get on. If that 15 had closed back in, guys, we'd be looking for another entry back up from here. It could just pop up from here, but we're still respecting areas. It's like we're still bearish, so we're just not sure. We've got 26 minutes for the next hour, so where do we want this hour? What I've noticed, the hour range, this is not the hour range. The hour range is this, 2332. So it means this hour might just close small bearish, 2332. Not 332. Not 2331. Sorry. So we might get this. Might get another bearish close, and then bullish hour, and then obviously we start working our way back up, which is going to be a few hours. So we just got to see. But if we do pop down, I will be taking that second entry. I'll give it till 11, guys, and then I'll call it. We'll leave it with you. We've got to understand, remember, where we came from, why we got on this, right? Still all valid. You still got no top wick or bottom wick on this, and you still didn't tap, where 100% of the time you tap. So is this just a fake out to the downside of the forward? So are we going to get a forward close back above to then go? This is just a pullback, potentially. We've just got to see. Okay. Oh, there we go. Are we going to break these highs? This might just leave without us. All we're after really is a fake out. As soon as we get a fake out here, like on the 30 minutes here, right, and we close back above here, that's going to initiate that push back up. I was hoping we got it on the 15, but we didn't. The 15's closed respecting. So you're still not in the clear here. This 30 at any point can still flip to the downside at any point. Okay? But once you get a 15 close above there, fantastic. It's a very good sign. We're going to be looking for another entry. Guys, I appreciate you being on the stream, much appreciated, and thank you very much for the likes. The likes ratio to people viewing is really good, so much appreciated. That's what it's about, really, the ratio of likes to viewers. Really helps the channel. And if anybody wants to reach out to me, yeah, you can message me on any of my social medias. I will get back to you. I get back to everyone. Might not be straight away, but I do get back to everyone. What time's England on today? 5 o'clock, isn't it? 5 o'clock. Five o'clock against Denmark. Denmark looked decent. The way they were playing football. In the last game, I thought they were going to smash them. Oh, here we are. We're pushing here. So we're breaking the highs here. Remember, we can still reject because the 30. You might just be coming up to break the highs to then flip to the downside. What would this be on the hour? Hour close. You could be getting something like this. Hour close here, and then you pull back all the way to take part and move to break even. But this one here, you close respecting, you didn't pull back that far. And then you flip to the downside. So there's loads of contradictions at the minute. And this one didn't quite close at support, but you still pull back to break even. So you need to decide if you want to be getting out at break even, or whether you're going to hold to take partial. Yeah, another one there, back to break even, that was it. What we could do is, you do tend to come up to this. We can maybe move risk free. That, how many pips is that? Okay, that's not, no, that's four pips or something. Okay. Another one there, look. Back up to break even, that's it. So I don't know, but this one, again, pull back. So it's like 50-50 what's going to happen, because the 4 hours fucked everything over basically. I didn't expect the 4 hour to close below that level. It's still respecting this minor. Well, I say minor, it is a zone here. These zones are so skew with. You are still respecting this area, but the issue you've got is the next 4 on some of the areas can drive straight through to stops. But then, also, you can drive straight back up. And then also, you might not drive back up, but you might get another 4 hour close, just at break even. So there's loads of things what can happen here, and that's what we don't like in trading. We want to find probabilities where 90% of the time, when price does this, it then does this. That's what we're after. And because the 4's closed like this, it's now put us in an area where the probability is a lot less. There's so many options what could happen. Oh, look at this now, guys. Completely up to yourself if you get out of break even, okay? I don't know what I'm doing yet. I think I'd want to see off the lower time frames. let's have a look off the 30. So if the 30 closes back above, right? Where would we want the 30 to close? Let's mark this up. Okay, I want to mark this up thick. If the 30 closes above there, what happens to price? So we had a 30 close above, we push straight through to take partial move to break even. 30, we didn't push through to take partial move to break even, but there and thereabouts. So let's just mark that up. We could maybe go risk free there, but you also pull back down. 30 above, straight through. 30 above, pull back, straight through. 30 above, straight through. 30 above, straight through. Nice. This is looking good. 30 above does tap 2337. Nice. Maybe we will have to go risk free or take partial there. You've got another 30 above, straight through. This 30 didn't. This 30 came to this. So okay. We'll mark that up, so we'll maybe take partial there. What is the pips on that? Or we'll go risk free maybe. 8 pips, because look at that after that move after. So we might have to go risk free there. 30 above, again up. Didn't quite tap our area. Came back down. 30 above, 30 above, gone. 30 above, back down through. 30 above, but you already tapped it. So ideally need a 30 close above that and we should be good. And this one doesn't quite work out. Well, once you get a 30 close above that, you come back to break even at least. But you tend to push. So it's whether we can get our 30 close above, which is in 17 minutes. We need 30 close above that, guys, and we should be okay. Or you should come back to at least break even. At 32 if 15 minute closes. Well, yeah. So if the 15 minute needed to close above 333, and then we were getting in again. But it didn't. It's close respecting. So at any point, we're technically still in this range on the 15. Technically still in this range. Therefore, where should we be going? Well, technically, we should be coming back down. So what does that mean for this 15? It means at any point, this 15 can flip to the downside. That's what it means. Until we get a close back in, we have to act upon what we see. And currently what we see, this 15 is not brought back into the range yet. So until this 15 does, we're not in the clear. Right. Also the 30 close bearish. So we need a 30 close bullish back above here and we should be fine. Right, well I say we should be fine. There's still areas where you can reject and come back down, but it's the start. But if the 30 closes above and we pull back down for a bottom weight, we potentially look for entries in around 2333 to then come back up, but we need that 30 close above. If you look at this, perfect example of what I've just said. 30 close above, new 30 pulls back to 2333. We can get in there to then flip back to the upside. Honestly guys, I love trades like this because it makes you really think and it really tests your trading. It's really good for you, stuff like this. And when you go, you are more focused and you learn far more when you're in drawdown than you do in winning trades. When you're in winning trades, it's easy, move stops. As soon as the stops are risk free, that's it, you just relax, you're not even taking much notice. But when you're in drawdown, you're constantly looking at all the little details. It's really, really good for your trading. Oh, the sun's out now. Sun's out. Legs out. Oh, I like to sit here. I've got my shorts on. Legs in the sun. Just trading. What more does a man need, guys? Where's everyone from? What countries have we got here? I know Nella's over in Czech. I know Jordan's British. Where are you from, Ma? Get these toes warm. Come on, we've got 15 minutes. So the 15's just closed. I think we've just had a bullish, nice 15-minute close. It's a lovely 15-minute close. Can we drive straight through on this 15? That would be lovely. Now it's a case of, if we got a 4-hour close back above here, we are in the money. We're in the money because you need to come and tap this level. So you know you're coming up to there. There's only one reason you close back above here, and that's to come and tap 2, 3, 4, 6. Right? However, the range, the actual range is 2, 3, 5, 1. So it means you've got about 150 pips range to push through. So that would be really nice. You could also, if you've got a forward close back above here, you could potentially take another entry to come up. Your first trade will be risk free anyway. But you need them closures first, guys. We haven't had them closures yet. We need an hour close back above, really. We need an hour close back above where we've said, which is the 30 also. Yeah. Ideally, what's this? Ideally, if we can get an hour close back above this, what happens to price? That's ideally what we want. An hour close above this. Yeah, that would be perfect. Straight up then. Yeah. Doesn't mean you're clear, you might still come back down, but it massively help. Come on, baby! We've got 12 minutes left for the hour. Right, so if we can get an hour close above there, that'd be perfect for us. So it's just whether you're going to close above there, guys, because remember, 30 hasn't closed yet, and the 30 is still bearish, and you broke the lows. So at any point, this 30 can flip to the downside. At any point. Okay, so you need to make a decision. If you do pop up here on the 50, on the 30, are you getting out of break even? Because you could tap and then just reject straight away. That's what could happen. That second entry would have been nice, so you'd have flyers on it as well. Look at it, typical, innit? Look at that. But if can you understand what's happened? Look, exactly what I said here. So you come down, shown respect, you created structure, right? You broke a high, and you came and break the lows. You broke the lows. The only issue we had here is the 15. Just so happened when the 5 closed out, the 15 broke out, and I just couldn't take it because previous data tells me that the next 15 could easily just drive down without pulling back. That's why I wasn't happy to take the risk. And then as we break back into the area here, we then pull back to the respected area, pull back to the respected area, and then we start coming up. Okay? We've had a little pullback here, so can we see price now really shoot through this range? Is that what we're going to see? And if that's the case, this is really good in regards to flyers, because if you do get up to your take partial move to break even, it means you might get away. So let's say you tap here, you take partial move to break even, you move to risk free. You're not going to come back for a long period of time. You're going to get some flyers. You're going to get some flyers up to these levels. I would probably say up to 2, 3, 4, 6. So it's good what's happened in regards to drawdown and things like that, but it's all on the hour really. We want the hour to close above. If the hour closes above, then we're looking pretty good. Okay. I'll keep it on the 15-minute feed as well, so you can see. I will be taking partial. Now, here's the thing, right? You sort of don't want to tap take partial move to break even on this hour. Do you know why? You want the hour to close above. So let's say this hour looks like that. You want the hour to close above like that. And what's the next hour going to do? Well, it's probably going to give you a pullback. And then go. So if you tap it first, so you took partial move to break even, right? Even if you close like that, the new hour is probably going to pull back. And then go. Stop you out at break even. And then go. So what ideally we want is we want the hour closed but not tap our take partial move to break even. And then the new hour comes back into drawdown, ideally coming down to tap 2333, and then it flips, because then you've got liquidity to drive straight through our take partial move to break even, and that'll give us flyers. Does that make sense? But yeah, we're not in the clear yet, guys. We've got 8 minutes left for an hour. Don't like that. Come on, the hour, get up there. Let's have a look at the strength. We haven't had the strength on. So USD 60.3 going up. Gold going down 54. That's on the hourly. Same on the 30, 15. So gold's going down. Sorry, USD's going down and gold's going up. These are slight difference. So 58.4 going down for USD. And gold 46.8 going up. So can gold push past the USD? On the 5, you might find that the 5 is stronger. Gold 48.7, still not stronger. Come on the hour. It's nice that we've had an hour close though. But yeah, you need that hour close above really, because if the hour closes, well, let's have a look actually. I mean, it can still play out with the new hour. So the hour closes respecting, you can still pop up. But if the hour closes above, it's just better. It's better, and you might hold at that point. Whereas if the hour closes respecting, it means you might want to just get out at break even. Because what if we close respecting this? Even when you respect this, you still pop up. But these ones don't do it, you see. You ideally want to close above that. I mean, this one didn't close above and still played out. You would still think even if you want to drive down, you're gonna have to come for that no top wick, no bottom wick. I'm just thinking with this hour. Doesn't even come back to break even yet. Could we be on something like this? New hour, powers up. So from these levels down, I don't think it really matters, but you want to be breaking above this really, at least. Hey, so what's this? Got another hour or two. We just haven't pulled back to break even, have we? It means you can get another 2-3 hours of just messing about before coming back up, guys. So I might just be leaving you with this. Yeah. This next hour can do anything. It can just mess about, or it can actually drive back up from here. So I really don't know how this hour is going to go. What's nice is though we have closed back into a range, but the next range it's only small. It's only like here, 2335. So we ideally need to close above here to be in the clear to confirm that you're going to be coming up at safe pass and move to break even. But it's not to say the next hour can just fly up. There is a reason to come up to that area, and that's this. This is quite key. I would think even if you want to drive down, you're going to have to do that. Yeah. And we haven't broke above, so it means we can actually come further down as well. So I'm gonna leave us with it. what I've got, I'm going to brief you up. I'm back on at New York with Vic, but it won't be me trading, it'll be Vic trading with the Dean. So this is my plan, guys. This is what I've got going on, right? I'm going to be holding till my tape partially move to break even area, right? That's what I'm going to be doing, because it might not play out for another 2, potentially 3 hours. The 3 hour can actually close like a doji style, and then you come up. I will be looking at this for a second entry at 2328 as long as everything lines up with it, but I am looking at this for a second entry, and I'll take the profit up from there. In regards to coming up, when we hit tape partial move to break even, if we can get a bottom wick coming back down to tap this level again, 2333, I'll only take 50% because we should get flyers up. If we don't come back down and tap that level and we come and tap it, I'll take 75%. Okay, so what I'll do, I'm back on tomorrow at 8 o'clock, so we'll go over this sort of trade and what we've done from it, and then we'll go from there. So that's probably all I've got. If we did get that hour close above here and we came back down, I would be looking at a second entry at 2333. If I do add any more second entries on, I will pop it in the trade ideas. Okay, I'll pop it in the trade ideas. But other than that, guys, we're still alright. It's just a case of waiting, unfortunately, and that's what trading is. It's 11 o'clock. I don't like to stay on longer than 11 o'clock. I'll just be setting alerts. And then, yeah, any questions before I go? Finally got a trade. Finally in a trade. I feel like I haven't had a trade for ages. But yeah, we're finally in a trade. Fingers crossed, all plays out nicely. Other than that, guys, I'm going to love yous and leave yous, and I'll see yous tomorrow. See you later, guys. Bye.